I thought about this the other day. I'm like, oh man, someday Peter Cullen is gonna die.
Hopefully he's doing like Tupac and just banking lots of .prime
Oh,
dialogue.
he's
Primalog.
he's just constantly recording everything so you can cut it up.
Exactly. He's like, and
he's reading out of the dictionary.
Read all your articles.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Autobot Decepticast, your weekly podcast that delivers a minute-by-minute breakdown of the 1986 Transformers movie. God damn, that's a mouthful.
Mm-hmm. It's
Let's
good.
shorten that down.
Nah.
Let's knock some words out of that.
That's up to you, dude.
I am your host, Aaron, and I am here with my two rigid and very sexually potent co-hosts.
Rigid and potent?
That's right, turgid. There's another. Everybody's hard.
Just...
I'm Ryan, and my dick is on point.
I'm Caleb, and I'm just glad to be here.
And we are here to discuss. This is our episode 13. We're going to cover minute 13. That would be from 12:01 to the 13-minute mark. And quick episode recap. Last time, if you listened, we talked about the poorly planned attack on Hot Rod by Blitzwing and Shrapnel.
Yes.
Hot Rod's, he has kind of a lack of thankfulness towards Cup for saving his life.
Yes, the Autobrat
That's right.
says, in essence, shut the fuck Cup.
We
to
need
the man that just saved his life.
that needs to be a T-shirt as well.
Shut the
Actually,
fuck Cup.
somebody write that down.
I did. I wrote it right here.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Cup has some great acrobatic moves.
He
He's
does.
quite the tumbler.
Yeah, he spins on that turret, bends it up,
Yeah, he spins on that.
Bends-
turret.
tells Hot Rod
Bends it
to
up.
behave himself, and Hot Rod's like, stuff it, old man, and then down the hill they go.
And what else? And I thought that Cup and Hot Rod may be the biggest shit talkers since Starscream and Megatron. But you could agree with that point, if not the point, obviously, from two totally different relationship dynamics.
Oh, you mean as like there's a certain... I still don't think it works. Because
No,
like
I don't
there's a
either.
hostility in Megatron that is just
Yeah,
like
that's
contempt. Well, there's some contempt in Cup for Hot Rod, but I do think
It's
it
a
comes from a place of like
love.
you need. I'm trying to teach you, you stupid fuck.
Yeah.
So those guys, after escaping death, and they're buzzing back to the city. The minute opens up with Perceptor, and he transforms and uses his microscope.
His microscope?
Are we both gonna have problems with this?
I think all three of us maybe.
He uses his microscope as a telescope.
Exactly. So, yeah, right off the bat, it feels like we have a problem, right?
Well, I rationalize it this way. I'm like, again, they are not the things they transform into.
True.
They are mimicking
They're
those
mimicking
things.
them.
So it makes...
But why? But
I know. But also, why a microscope? But I'm like...
Hey,
ever to be
Let's
ever.
just get this out of the way. Why anything?
Sure.
Okay.
I think it does
it's-
make more sense that, of course, he would have telescopic capability.
Yeah.
But also, yes, it's like... why
It's
a
the
microscope?
very opposite of what
It is
Okay.
alt
100%.
mode is supposed to
Worth
do.
commenting on, but not worth like losing any sleep.
All right,
over.
nobody's. I lost a lot of sleep over this guy.
It's problematic.
The writers, I'm just picturing them like, he's got a scope thingy. Let's let him just do that.
There's a lot of scope, well, just telescopic zooming in on shit in this movie.
Why couldn't he have just had a visor like Hot Rod and somebody else that we'll see? in
somebody
the
that we'll
scene?
see soon.
All right. Well, anyway, I contend that maybe if they were being invaded by microscopic-sized Decepticons,
He could see them.
He would be
Ultra
awesome.
Magnus.
Look down here
There's
on the ground.
billions of
Billions
little tiny
of little-
Decepticons.
Yes, billions of bacteria. He's like what is a thing that you're a germaphobe?
Yeah.
They're Ultra Magnus. They're everywhere.
Not itching.
Down over me.
Oh
Help.
god.
They're attacking me.
I am shocked that wasn't a scheme used by Megatron. Shrink all the Decepticons down to microscopic
That's a
size.
great idea.
So they could go invade undetected and get inside the Autobots and cause them all kinds of problems internally. And Perceptor saves the day because he's the only person that can see small things.
What a dumb idea. Who's ever heard of Transformers going inside a larger Transformer and blowing them up?
Copyright Autobot Decepticast. We're going to write that fan fiction because that is a brilliant episode.
All right.
I was making a...
I know.
No, we
Unicron.
got it. Unicron.
Okay.
I'm really sorry. He had to get his line in.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to let you lose. Caleb, you had a good line.
No, I'm sorry.
No, it was good.
That was stupid.
Nope.
Make fun of Caleb Corner.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Let's get that out of the way. Next up, we are introduced. He sees all these Decepticons coming at him, and he's like, "Shit, I better go check in with these motherfuckers." And those motherfuckers are Ultra Magnus. We've got Springer. We've got Arcee, and we've got Blur. He lets them know we're at a tactical disadvantage. We all figure out what that really means. Is they're outnumbered.
I have issues with that.
Excellent. Go ahead.
Because they're not really that outnumbered whenever you actually look at who's attacking. The Decepticons, depending on if you include Laserbeak and Buzzsaw, which don't appear, the Decepticons have between 23 and 25 guys with them. The Autobots have at least 19, not including some random people that you see just running around. So... I mean, they're not all that outnumbered, especially from like a tactical scenario of being in a fortress. They're not in such a bad situation. So it's like Perceptor. I mean,
Still, I agree with Ryan. Though they're in a fortress.
They're in a fortress with huge guns.
lots of
as we'll find out.
They should be wary of anything like this happening in the first place. Anyway, it should be heavily defended.
yeah,
Right.
and it
should not be
is.
this
And they
easy.
transform Autobot City, which is awesome. Coming up, not to jump ahead, but love that part.
Anyway.
And this is also where we change from the Dare soundtrack to the Decola.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I love this illustration and angle at 12:19 where Springer has somebody's
Wrist
coming
cannon.
at him. A wrist cannon flips up and he fires, and it is Starscream. It appears that he is firing at.
Yes.
And I paused on a place
That's
at
a very
12:21.
cool-
There's a perfect circle right in the center of the screen.
Concentric circles.
Several things to say about this. I think Springer again showing the one-off like the Transformers are wont to do, one-off tricks they can pull out of their like Springer's wrist cannon, Prime's plasma axe, all this stuff. But also like Starscream is everywhere.
It's true.
Like all the Decepticons are just arriving, and Starscream has shot at Cup and Hot Rod already, and now is here shooting at Ultra Magnus and Springer and Arcee and Blur, and soon to be in a wholly different place. But he's all over the map.
Well, he's trying to climb up that ladder of.
Well, yeah.
He's just badass.
I mean, true to, and the thing in like the cartoon is why was Megatron keep him around? Because he's a badass.
Yeah.
Like he is really powerful according to his specs.
I would think when Megatron sits down with Starscream for like his quarterly review.
I shot at Hot Rod and Cup. I also shot at Ultra Magnus and all those new guys we'd never seen before.
I mean, sure, I didn't hit anyone, but
And I can see Megatron being like, yes. He never gives him like, there's always room for improvement.
You didn't hit them, though.
Yep, there's always room for improvement.
I can't give you full marks, Starscream. Nobody gets full marks, though. Don't worry about it.
sure, I'll let you pull my trigger, but all of our Megatrons are terrible.
We have the worst Megatrons. So Starscream fires at these guys. Another awesome sequence. They jump out of the way. I didn't mention.
Look at his thumb.
What about it?
It's
I mean,
massive.
it is huge.
All
Like,
right, so go ahead.
he could-
One thing I do like
No,
about
keep
this
going.
movie is
Sorry.
I think they changed the dynamic of how they animated hands. And it seems like a really weird thing to pick up on, but in the previous in the cartoon, the G1 cartoon, seasons 1 and 2, I feel like the hands were always a lot more rounded, like human hands.
Yes.
Like the fingertips were rounded, and this is where they kind of started to square things off a little bit.
Yeah, which I like better.
I do too. I think it looks more robotic,
And you can
I'm
even
sure
see
it's tougher to transform.
Whenever
or to
Cup is
illustrate.
pointing at Hot Rod in the previous minute, it is round, but there is also some squaring off shading.
Right. So we're introduced here to Springer, Arcee, and Blur. Most of us had not met them to this point.
Who?
Go
Well,
ahead.
most of us have. There's been some people that have met them up to this point.
Well, technically, maybe, because I don't know the dynamic behind this, but there was an episode that was never released in the United States. It was only, and I don't even know if it was technically released in Japan, because as far as I know, only half of it was animated. But there's a lost, quote-unquote, episode called Scramble City that,
Yes.
have you heard of
I
Scramble
have
City?
heard of Scramble
Okay,
City.
gotcha. And basically it's really mostly about two things. It's about the idea of Metroplex, aka Autobot City, and combiners. It's like combiners and how they can their parts can go on to other combiners and shit can get crazy when that happens and that kind of thing. And I think Hot Rod is in that episode. I know Ultra Magnus is in that episode, and so is Optimus Prime, and maybe, I can't remember, I haven't watched it in a while. Maybe Springer and Blur and some of those newer guys are, but it's meant to be a transitional point between the show and the movie. But I don't know if it was ever broadcast, because I don't know that I've never seen a finished version. Like I've seen, there's like a 15 minutes where you see something's about to go down, like a fight between maybe Trypticon and Metroplex. God damn it! I should have
Why
watched it before
isn't
this.
Autobot City Metroplex? Is it just another thing of like it's too much to introduce another huge character, or just? I guess it would change.
We've
the
had this
dynamic.
conversation
Did we?
before.
I think we-
Well, not on
Oh,
the record, but I think we have had debates on whether this Autobot City is
Metroplex, yeah.
And I don't know for a fact. And we can bring this up again. I'll watch Five Faces of Darkness, because I think the whole point of Five Faces of Darkness, which is the 5-parter that takes place after the movie, is they need a transformation cog
Yes,
to transform
that's introduced
Metroplex.
with the cities of like there's a transformation cog.
And so I don't know. They don't call it. They don't refer to Metroplex in the show here, but I always assumed that it was Metroplex.
That's what I thought when I was a kid. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's Metroplex. But they call it Autobot City. But so Ultra Magnus, bad toy or the worst toy? I mean,
Ultra Magnus.
really?
I had him.
I did too, but it's just white Optimus. It's racist Optimus. Inside of a plastic shell. I mean, he doesn't even have articulation or anything.
Call him
He does. His
Wa-
arms go.
His arms move, his legs don't.
That's as good as most Transformers.
I don't know. It's a pretty bad toy.
Ultra Magnus.
Oh.
Waspimus Prime. So dumb.
Another point about what we're looking at right here. What seconds? 12:27, where Ultra Magnus gets up off the ground and there's that camera spin around. I would have said like that's a Michael Bay shot, but he has not seen this movie clearly.
That's true.
Do you
But
think Michael Bay has not seen
I guarantee
Transformers
he's not
animated?
seen this movie.
There was probably a watch party or something at his house, and he was just like getting drunk and trying to figure out which model he was gonna bang. Is basically what was playing in the background.
Wow.
That's
So,
my guess.
For real? That's like a thing?
Yeah, that's in People magazine. He was like, I was fingering this broad. And
Jesus. No. Come on now. We don't
That
like
is
I don't like his
that's slander.
I don't like his movies. But we don't have to
We don't have to accuse him of sex crimes.
Yeah, alleged.
We've been introduced to
Springer.
Springer, and
So these are all with the exception of Perceptor, these are all new characters.
these
we're
are
gonna
all
get.
new characters.
That's
Nobody, if you were a kid, you were like, what
So-
the fuck is,
right.
who are these fucking people?
Where were they in the first season? Were they on
They're
Cybertron?
not-
Nobody knows.
I would say
No
That's a
explanation.
good question because like that was 4 million years ago.
I mean, we can assume that Cup is old. He had to be over there
He's
doing
probably-
some shit somewhere.
So they
Um,
and they're all and when they transform, they're in they transform into future into
I-
past
yes.
future.
They do
what,
seem-
this is
yeah.
what cars would look like in 2005 kind of deal.
And Blur is a hovercraft. I mean, he doesn't touch the ground.
So what I don't know is if they are transforming into what cars of the modern Earth, what they believe 2005 Earth future would look like.
Good point.
Or they just, by this time in 2005, we presume that all of humanity knew
Knows
about the
about the
Transformers.
And so they're
there's
just
there's just
comfortable-
their Cybertronian modes. I don't know.
I think that's very good.
Except,
don't know. They don't address
although,
it ever.
again, I mean, going way back to like the first episode where there are helicopters on Lethone, there shouldn't be a helicopter on Cybertron.
There's
but
Tetrajets too. Don't forget about the Tetrajets.
The Tetrajets, the Seekers.
that's right.
The
That's
Coneheads.
That's right.
I will say I would say that I would probably wager that they're transforming into their Cybertronian modes, but
I think they're trying to do a future car.
I get it. So they're all new.
This is an 85.
Either way,
They're-
it's 2005.
Yeah.
It's the future.
They're either new robots or they were hanging out on Cybertron and now they've come down to Earth because humanity is aware of Autobots.
They've built a huge city here.
True.
Earth is a power source
All right,
for the
fair
Autobots,
enough.
and the Autobots are strategically trying to win back
So
their
we're getting
home
all
world.
this introduction.
Blur
to the new
was a
guys.
great toy too.
So Blur, I love this little sequence here where Blur's kind of introducing himself. There's shiny lights. I love the motion
Yes.
effects there.
I
That's
like
really
too
nice.
how they blur literally blurs.
And again, another great shot of Ultra Magnus. He's blurred. All right, great. Yeah.
What about me, Max?
Explosion.
What about me?
John Moshita, and so Ultra Magnus is giving them orders. He's telling Arcee and Springer, "Hey, you guys go transform the city. Why don't
Transform
you?"
Autobot City.
Blur's like, "What can I help?" And he's like, "You stick with me,
Really?
or we'll go." Oh, sorry.
No.
We'll. What can I help? We are gonna go alert others. Perceptor, he's been given the command to go find Blaster, and we need to communicate. We need reinforcements. We're in trouble here.
Go talk to Prime.
We're in trouble. So everybody transforms, goes their separate ways. Arcee is a little concerned. They've got to transform the city. They know that's going to
But-
probably close some things off.
Look how he's kind of like
Oh, yeah.
grabbing her by the wrist.
It's not cool.
He's like grabbing her by the wrist.
Well,
That is 1243. What we're looking at.
Here's the question. I mean, are you thinking
Are they
that-
boyfriend girlfriend?
Well, that's thing one. Is he cares about her? He's trying to get her out of danger. B, he's just being like a 1950s style
Sexism.
hero
is-
thing.
It is super
Sexism.
sexist because you would never do that to a male, quote unquote, Autobot.
I would be okay if I saw him doing that. I would be more forgiving of him if I saw him also doing that to male Autobots, grabbing them by the wrist and leading them around.
Yeah, and the impression in the, I guess I don't
Grabs
know
her by
that
the wrist.
I don't know that it's never explicit.
She's
I don't think it's
helpless.
ever explicitly said. Yeah, pause on that in the show that Springer and Arcee are together. But that's the impression I get that they're boyfriend
So he
girlfriend.
should hold her by the hand instead of grab. Well, see, then he let go.
He does.
That's weird.
So it's not. But again, in the show, I was always.
I
Like,
don't know if they ever address it. I'd have to watch everything all over again.
That was a very subtle like gesture. I mean, you wouldn't normally pick that up
Yeah.
if we hadn't froze that.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, I
always
picked
struck
up on
me.
it.
It
Yeah,
always
I
struck
always
me.
picked up on it because to me, I always wondered if there was this sort of, jealousy or rivalry dynamic between Hot Rod and Springer for Arcee, because there are points in the movie where Arcee and Hot Rod have some banter that you think, well, and right now she cares so much about them, but maybe she just cares about them. Why does a relationship have to be a part of it? Maybe she just cares about her allies that are still trapped outside the
Well-
city. Or is it because Hot Rod is her, they're in some kind of relationship? But there's never overt. It's always It's always kind of like
Bigger-
and maybe we're just all like, this is the first time a girl's around here. A girl's, what's she doing? Oh my god! Oh, does she like him? Does she like him? Does she like me?
Yeah, like they don't know how to handle gender. at
Right,
all.
exactly.
it is weird.
It's weird. Like,
It is
why would
weird.
Transformers have gender at all?
Yeah, it's
Obviously,
real
we
weird.
know why that.
I
but-
mean, Alita won, but also I will say that in the script, and this is I have this in my notes way later because it comes into play whenever they're pushing the catapult into place. But legit in the script that is written, it says they have sexual tension between Arcee and Hot Rod.
Oh,
So it's intentional.
there you go. There you go.
But again, I did feel that way in the cartoon too, of like there's sexual tension, but I felt it was like not to get too far afield, but in like the X-Men, like it was a Cyclops, Jean Grey, Logan situation where Cyclops
Not quite as pronounced as that.
Well, no, not. But like Springer and Arcee are together, and Hot Rod has the hot rod for her.
Well, speaking of comics,
That was terrible.
I've been trying to read the full run of old Transformers comics. It's taken me forever because it's just hard to get to because some of it's not that fun to read.
Yeah.
And that includes the British issues. And Great Britain basically they follow the Marvel continuity, but there's a ton more.
Yeah, they
stuff
have this weird
that happens. And in their version of the story, there's a lot more that centers around these 2005 characters. And Hot Rod and Arcee, if I remember correctly, were in a relationship, but somehow broke it off, and she and Springer together, and Hot Rod doesn't like it. So within that dynamic, there's certainly, it was written a relationship between Arcee and Springer. However, in the cartoon world, I don't think anybody ever really talks about it. And I think after Hot Rod gets promoted, so to speak, they ever talk about it again.
No,
I don't know that they
it's
ever talk about her and Springer. She's just a female character doing her thing.
Yep.
She also has shades.
Yep.
I love her shades. They are like fucking 1989 cool mode hip hop is alive and well in New York style
Arcee
shades.
has fucking lipstick.
She does.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I love the shades too. Again, I mean, we have crammed so much telescoping lenses into this past like 3 minutes. Ron Friedman must have loved telescoping lenses. He's like, they come down all the time.
Let's just give everybody the ability to see further than they can see normally.
If I had them, I'd just always have them on.
Oh, well, you can't even like find the toilet. But that's because it's so funny.
It's like when you see those old ladies out in public that just had like cataract surgery. They've got those big shades on.
Yeah,
Do you ever see that?
I love seeing those ladies.
I love those ladies.
Terminator shades.
Yeah,
Shades.
yeah. This is also a problem that we're about to see, like at 12:44, 40. Yeah, here we go, 46. Is she seeing through the wall? Because there's no way she can have this vantage point.
No.
Oh, and this is again where Starscream is again.
So I will say this to your. I had the same thoughts you did about Starscream being everywhere at once. We don't know that you
That's
can't
true.
prove that Starscream.
You can't
that
see the
could
colors.
be Thundercracker or Skywarp. It's definitely not one of the Coneheads because they don't have the stylized wings.
Right.
But I would assume that it should be Starscream because Starscream was dogging them earlier.
Right.
Right.
But then we saw Starscream dog the other guys.
I mean,
so unless he's just haphazardly just flying around and shooting randomly at whatever.
He's a wild card. He went in and he shot at, and maybe it's because in video games, I know you fly like those Star Wars video games. You fly past your target and you're like, oh, I'll shoot up this and go and circle back and
Granted,
these guys.
He is a jet.
That's true.
Yeah.
He can get around pretty.
So
He can
he's-
find targets. He's nimble.
Yeah.
Do
Hundreds
whatever.
of miles an
it's
hour.
true. And also to this point, there's no proof that Thundercracker and Skywarp are here. We
Mm-hmm.
see some of the Coneheady guys, but we haven't seen Skywarp or Thundercracker. Although,
But they are
We
there.
do see them later on
Yeah,
during
they're 100%
the Galvatron
there.
sequence, so they're around. Never mind. But
I will say also to your question about Arcee.
And Dirge is there too. I'm sorry.
About Arcee's visibility, she's obviously using the same kind of video technology that Laserbeak was using when he was spying.
You know, I did think
fine.
one of my thoughts was,
We've accepted that.
is she tapping into a security camera?
She's tapping into the cameras that are being used to film this movie. I said the same thing about Laserbeak.
That's right.
Why can't you guys get behind that with me?
this fourth wall breaking thing is
Yes.
is pretty unique to this movie. So these guys are getting shot at, and he grabs her again, Caleb.
By the wrist.
He
again.
grabs her again. He's like,
Not
we can't
cool.
deal with this. We've got to transform the city.
That
These
is-
guys are grown-ups.
Yeah,
Let's go
he
to
straight
So
up
either way,
pulls her
there is a
along.
level. We talked a
That's-
little bit about gender roles on a previous
Yeah.
episode, but
You won't see
she
that.
is treated with those kind of like
Yeah.
Yep.
1950s
Yep.
style kid
It's-
kid glove
it-
men
She
know
needs-
best.
she needs
You gotta
to-
stop it with your emotion. We got to transform the city and
Yeah.
get things going. Like, this is not the place
There
for
needs
this
to be like a
conversation.
male motivation.
But
yeah.
Let's
it is
acknowl-
weird to watch.
Let's acknowledge it.
I mean, we are good third wave
You will not-
feminist allies.
You will not.
So
You will not see that. I hope you would not see that in animated things these days.
no, I wouldn't think so.
They get raked across the coals.
Yeah, there was one thing I was oh gosh, what was it?
I will
can you go back a little bit?
I
I'm
will
sorry.
acknowledge it is nice at least that they did introduce a female Transformer.
It's weird though.
It's not the first. She gets credit for being the first female Transformer, but she wasn't though. It's
Alita
weird.
1.
All over the there's
Who's
Alita
Alita
1.
1?
There was a group. There was an episode where these female Transformers were harassing Shockwave. He was like, female Transformers,
that one.
and it was a
Really?
big deal about female Transformers.
Oh, really?
Coming and stealing in it. They were like hijacking some energon from Shockwave. It was a whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Your
I can't-
favorite guy, Shockwave.
You know, at least one.
So he's like-
at least one of them had a name, Chromia, and I can't remember. I'm sure they all had names.
I'm gonna check that out.
But it was
That
like
sounds
that was
fascinating to me.
truly. I don't know if that or the Alita 1 thing came first, but there have essentially been female Transformers from the beginning.
Oh.
Not that they've been given the opportunity for character development as much as Arcee has been.
It's so
but,
weird.
Had been
Because
rather
they don't fuck. So like,
that you know of.
I guess.
I think it. I don't know. I don't understand the. I haven't read. I've said this multiple times, so I apologize. The IDW comics expand upon the dynamics, the relationship dynamics of Transformers in a way that that obviously the cartoon never touched on.
Yeah,
It was
they
meant for
probably
kids.
fill
Those
in.
comics are more meant for older people.
Right.
And in fact, I think there would be what you might consider homosexual relationships in the IDW comics, like the character, and I haven't read them. I barely know this, but I know that the character of Brainstorm and I think Rewind. So Brainstorm was a headmaster in G1. I don't know if he's a headmaster in IDW, but also Rewind, one of Blaster's tapes, apparently have some kind of conjugal arrangement together that is.
Casey Kasem breaking in once again with your Transformers corrections. The Autobot Aaron is actually thinking of is Chrome Dome, not Brainstorm. As per usual, these fuckwits can't be trusted to know anything. Say, listeners, here's a shout out from yours truly. Does anyone know how to exorcise a spirit from eternal servitude? Because if you do, there's one fella that would be real happy for the favor. As always, keep your feet on the ground, and I hope these three guys drown real slowly, being waterboarded by their own urine.
Probably not considered. It may or may not be considered homosexual. It might be considered like when from a robot standpoint, they're just in a relationship.
Yeah.
And there's a word for it. I can't remember what it was. I read about it, but a word for like that they are like bonded together.
Interesting.
In a romantic-ish way. Now that's all like has nothing to do with this because it's evolved levels beyond this movie.
Yeah, and that's the thing about the comics is fun too. That, like they take it's like it seems like they're written by guys like us. They're like, oh, we love this, and we're expanding upon it, and we're filling in the gaps of shit that didn't pan out.
Precisely. We were talking gender roles. It's weird.
They're transformed. Yeah.
And
then
then
they
here's
go
where
and
they
transform the
I
city.
love the transforming of Autobot City. Glowing things.
Yeah. Well, huge,
more
like,
glowing things.
huge
Yes.
well, you know by the way that they've illustrated those are important components that have that mean
And we'll get
it's
into it
like,
in the next
you know,
minute.
they might as well push a giant red button. I mean, that's what they're doing.
And
They're
maybe
they're literally transforming something.
yeah,
to get
and
it
maybe
worked
this
out.
is the like pre-version of the transformation cog that the city.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch. The Scramble City is on a so I have a couple versions of Transformers the movie, and Scramble City is included as a bonus feature on one of them, and I'm almost positive that Metroplex transforms as a character there, but yet in the show after the movie he can't transform. I mean, this leads me to believe that the city does not have sentience.
Right.
They have to.
Right. It's
they have
just
to
a city.
pull
It's
some levers.
It's just mechanics
and
yeah.
make this happen. But and this is only the first of the levers they're going to have to pull to make this city go down. But so that basically brings the on-screen minute to a close.
Arcee does not have back.
Honestly, that's something that the fandom is irritated about. Not on screen. Actually, it's in the interpretation of Arcee as a toy character. So, as a kid, Arcee was never turned into a toy. The G1 doesn't have an Arcee toy.
Really?
Right.
I have a version of Arcee. I believe she's down there doing some kneeling.
They never
No.
put out an RC toy.
They never put out an RC toy.
That's
So the
weird.
Generations version of the character is just down there. There's several third-party versions of the character coming out as well. But I think the thing that I've read that the fandom is irritated about is that they make her too curvy. Like this is like almost a sexist interpretation of the character because she does have a round booty.
She does.
She's a robot. Like here, she's a robot, right? And she has legs. She has round legs, round arms. I mean, she has feminine features. But some people would argue that this is too feminized. Like
that's ridiculous.
Now you're just trying to create something for us to jack off to. I guess.
I don't know that I agree with that. If she's supposed to be a woman, which she clearly is supposed to be a female Autobot, why not give her curves? Like
no, I understand that, but I think most people. I guess this is more like an outfit for battle, and this is more like a swimsuit kind of thing.
I don't know that I agree. We'll take a picture of this Arcee and put it up on Facebook and
she is.
Instagram,
you could argue certainly more humanoid in her interpretation.
Yes, although I would say also, I mean, they don't go to the extent of giving her like tits. I mean, it's still.
She has an upper. I don't know.
She just
shelf like,
but
a bust.
But I guess Shockwave has bigger tits than that.
To make her, I guess, to make her more, but to make her more in line with the movie, I suppose you would, and I don't know, might have something to do with transformation as well. Like, I mean, you might do some more angular parts.
This is a good opportunity. We do have I think a pretty good female listening base, and I would like to hear some feedback from our female listeners.
How do you feel about Arcee?
How do you feel about Arcee?
In terms of Transformers, is there sort of a glass ceiling busting element to Arcee? Because in modern, again, going back to the IDW situation, there are more Transformers that are inspired by feminine gender roles that were not in part of G1. They've just been created. There's a whole combiner that is. Combiner that is composed of 5 female characters that turns into one giant. And so again, and this is said without an understanding completely of how the IDW series handles gender roles within Transformers, but there are more female centric characters in that universe than there are in this universe. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can't remember if they introduced any more female roles after
I don't think so.
So yeah, but Transformers does have a great human female, real world female following. So and it maybe doesn't even matter to them.
And that's like the YouTube thing I fell down watching with the Diaclone stuff. Watching collections was a woman who loved Transformers and collected all that stuff. And yeah, it's something that is classically thought of as a male thing, but yeah, there are plenty of women.
Some of the greatest comic artists that are doing Transformers today are females as well. So, I mean, this isn't a place to talk about what females' roles, in real world roles are, but I'm just curious. I'm just really curious, but due to the fact that it is has historically been such a male centric. I mean, obviously it was targeted towards boys, and but you know, how does that work?
Well,
I don't know.
Let's keep it simple, like Ryan said. We would like to hear. It doesn't have to just be our female constituency.
We might need to summarize this into wholes.
Yeah, we'd like to hear what you think about Arcee from a gender standpoint.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to get into new voice actors real quick, and I'll try and make my way through this quickly. I've actually, god dang it, another 2 pages of notes. Perceptor.
Yes.
Paul Eiding is the name of his voice actor. Perceptor was his only robot character on the Transformers. He also voiced a character named Deceptitran, Eurythmian Communicator, and he was an old man in Madman's Paradise, so he played some non-robotic characters. Oh, somebody named Scrawny from an episode called The God Gambit, and Z-Bob Scandana. That has to be Douglas Adams' influence. Douglas Adams, Douglas Arthur.
Douglas Adams.
Douglas Adams, sorry.
What was the name?
Z-Bob Scandana. Other shows he was on: Ben 10, Cow and Chicken, Toxic Crusaders, The Jetsons. Lots of video game work. Probably his most well-known, Colonel Roy Campbell from Metal Gear. Maybe I'm the only one among us that played
I don't remember that character.
He's the Colonel that's always chiming in.
Oh,
Snake. Snake.
Oh, in the original,
don't do what you're doing.
In the original NES?
No, there was no voices on the original NES.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, starting with the PlayStation.
You idiot.
Come on.
Dummy.
It's Metal Gear.
That's right.
Dumbass. Live action. He's been on such shows as CSI Miami, ER, Tales from the Dark Side, Star Trek Next Generation, and Cheers.
Oh,
we all love
two
that.
of my favorites.
Oh, cool. He's done some cool shit.
That's right. Now we like him.
Now we like him all of a sudden. Did we ever dislike him? Springer, a gentleman by the name of Neil Ross, born in London, England, UK.
Really? Don't you don't say.
I do not.
Sorry.
I do.
Wow.
Hey, you don't say.
Sorry. I believe the reason. I'm assuming the reason that Caleb is enjoying himself so much. We have a lot of UK people that are listening to the show.
We do.
By the way, I love that.
I've been very pleased. Like with our Twitter following, we get a lot of people from Britain. We've got a pretty good amount of people from Canada, and we have a lot of ladies. Yeah, and so I really, really, really am happy with the diversity that we have, geographically and gender.
Yep.
So Neil Ross, born in London, England, UK, Springer was his most popular character, but he also did Bone Crusher, Crosshairs, Hook, Six Shot, and Slag, as well as a couple others. Some non-Transformer characters, G.I. Joe, you guys will like this. He did Shipwreck.
I love Shipwreck.
That's the best. He was the best
This
character.
is now my favorite
Well, he
guy
was essentially Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
from the last detail.
Oh, was that one?
So there was a Jack Nicholson movie in the early 70s called The Last Detail, and he plays a Navy guy that him and another gentleman. It's a good movie. Him and another gentleman go to. They're like military police, only they're Navy military police. What they do is they go take custody of a Navy guy that is going to be court-martialed, and they're taking him to his court-martialing because he went AWOL.
Gotcha.
The guy that they're court-martialing is Randy Quaid.
Oh, wow.
And so it's all about their experience moving this guy, taking him to trial.
I'm sure they become sympathetic to him, perhaps.
To a certain level. It's his last detail.
It's weird not knowing anything about that movie, but yet it was still obvious. It speaks to how every role Jack Nicholson does is a variation of Jack Nicholson, because that character of Shipwreck is so Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
He also did Keith from Voltron, some voices, Jim and the Holograms. This guy also has Metal Gear history. Metal Gear Solid 3, Volgan. Lots of voiceover roles, cartoons, video games. In live-action movies, Neil Ross, the voice of Springer, they often use him. It's funny, they use him as narrators or radio announcers. So he even is a voiceover guy when he's in live-action movies.
He's like, yeah, you got a face made for radio.
In Back to the Future 2, in Dick Tracy, Gremlins 2, Quiz Show, he plays like radio guys.
That's
you don't see his face.
That's cool. He's been in a lot of stuff.
He's been in a lot of stuff, and we've talked about Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure a couple of times as a Dino De Laurentiis thing, but also Frank Welker did the voice of Station. Well, you'll recall there are two stations, and Mr. Ross does the voice of one of the other station. So those two guys have been jamming it together forever.
It's such a small community.
Small community. So let's talk about Susan Blue for a second.
Let's do.
She did. Susan Blue, if you'd like to talk about gender roles in Transformers, please
call
reach out
in
to
now
us at autopoddecepticast@gmail.com. If a female voice is needed in the series, she was basically the go-to. So in addition to Arcee, she also did another female robot named Beta, who was a partner to Alpha Trion. So I guess this does answer our previous question. We were saying, were there female robots in Season 3? And I think this was a Season 3 episode because she and Alpha Trion, they told a backstory of how they freed the Transformers from the Quintessons, who we come to learn later on are the robotic creators of the Transformers.
Well, and Alita 1, like I was saying, was it must have been a Season 2 episode because it was with the aerial bots. And Alita 1 was Optimus Prime's girlfriend whenever he was...
I'd have to rewatch that episode. Do we just think she was his girlfriend, or was it overtly like...
I mean, maybe I am projecting.
Out
I'm
in
like,
a movie theater.
Maybe I am like, oh, they're just saying... Gosh,
everybody thinks of him that way, so
that's
I don't
true.
think you're wrong about that.
So maybe I am just like
a lot of questions in this episode.
Projecting of like, oh, it's a male and a female together. They must be dating. But it was before he became Optimus Prime, whenever he was still Orion Pax.
Okay.
and they were made. He was made in Optimus Prime and Elita. I can't remember her name before, but she was made into Elita 1 into battle-hardened forms.
Susan Blue was also Marissa Fairborn, a popular character on the show. Karen Fishhook, Michelle, who was some random production assistant. She also voiced Arcee in Transformers Animated, totally separate show, totally different universe. But and Beast Wars, she had some roles. Tiny Toons, The Simpsons, DuckTales, My Little Pony, Gem, among many, many others, including that weird animated Ghostbusters that was not related to Ghostbusters as we know, not the one that had like Peter Venkman and Slimer.
It's called Ghostbusters, but they're in like a
Ghost...
weird wagon or something. Yeah, it's called Ghostbusters. That's why the show that we all know as Ghostbusters, quote unquote Ghostbusters, is called The Real Ghostbuster.
Oh, really? Okay, we'll have to dive into that lawsuit.
Because I think it was a Hanna-Barbera vehicle.
Perhaps. So she was involved in that Ghostbusters.
Sure.
And live roles, Three's Company, Knight Rider, Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood.
I love that one. That's
really?
one of my favorites.
Well, do you recall who she plays or her?
What's her name?
Susan Blue. She's a woman.
I mean, she must be.
Maybe
she must be the mom in that then. I'm not for sure. The name doesn't ring. You have to look it up.
Caleb is so done.
No, I'm fine. I'm cool.
Okay, I think you were out of.
No. Keep going.
I'm just looking real quick.
I'm always just amazed at how the diversity these people have. Like,
yeah.
She was on Knight Rider.
Incredible.
What was the earlier sitcom she was on?
Yeah, she's the mom.
Oh yeah.
Amanda Shepard. It looks like she dies.
She does. She does. What a cool
career, though. What a cool career to have, to be able to do all this different stuff.
I know, it's amazing because the guy she does die because the guy from Weekend at Bernie's, whose name I can't remember, plays her daughter's psychiatrist. And he is, it's an awesome picture of him, right there, yeah. He shoves her at Jason to save himself. And he's also a terrible person.
That's why this happens?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. If you Google Susan Blue Friday the 13th Part 7, you'll see her murdered by Jason.
Friday the 13th Part 7, I love because it's the only one where another paranormal ability comes in because her daughter is telekinetic. And she kicks Jason's ass with her telekinesis. Awesome. And it is fucking awesome. Probably my third favorite Friday the 13th movie.
So she's rocking and rolling in the 80s.
Yeah.
Rocking, rolling. So
Susan Blue.
A couple things. Next episode, or I'm sorry, hang on. Script deviations.
Oh.
Until Caleb decides to.
I think I just like for you to keep doing that.
You should take what I just did and then freak it. Script deviations. These are more notes than deviations, but Arcee is described on the script.
I just remembered what I was going to talk about. Go ahead. It ties into this.
As a lovely female Autobot of about Hot Rod's age.
Mm-hmm.
So they have age. I mean...
Hot Rod, I think, seemingly is certainly inexperienced compared to other Autobots.
All right, I see. Okay.
You hate Hot Rod so much.
Well, he was talking more about age.
That's true.
And then Springer is listed as, he's described in the script as a very muscular and bantering, quote, Indiana Jones type.
That was what I was going to talk about, yeah.
Okay.
He's modeled after the Indiana Jones, yeah.
Okay.
Ultra Magnus is called a large and soldierly city commander. In that scene where Starscream dive bombs them, Springer fires from his hip instead of his arm cannon, which is weird. And the script also lists Dirge as the attacker as opposed to Starscream. And Springer's blast is supposed to blow off Dirge's wingtip. And there's no mention of Blur whatsoever. In fact, in the version of the script that I've been looking at, there's no mention of him until way later, until they are trying to load the Dinobots onto the ship when they're trying to escape.
In the second attack?
When Galvatron and Cyclonus come to
The second
try
attack
and
of
fight. Yeah,
Autobot City.
exactly. So that like just all of a sudden Blur exists in that world. There's no introduction of Blur.
Yeah, I missed that. I guess I did not see that.
So the introduction of Blur here was a good thing.
yeah,
I mean, I think
definitely.
it's like they forgot about
It is good. I think they did do a good job of like front loading. And again, as a kid, I'm not just like discerning as to movies I watch, but I think they do a good job of like front loading what these guys' characters are. Like obviously, Ultramagnus is in control. Springer and Arcee are, a thing, and then Blur is like a fast, like just hey, what can I do? Ultramagnus guy.
His name's Blur.
That's right. Anyway, I just thought it was.
It doesn't seem that creative to me. Hey, we got a guy named Blur. What are we gonna do?
Okay,
I don't know.
well-
Make him fast or something.
Well, they came up with the name first, and then they decided
That's
what
right.
to do with him.
Chomping around a cigar. Oh, I don't know. Make him fast or
His name's
something.
Blur. Make him fast.
Maybe.
Hey, he turns into a pickup truck. What do we call him? Cop. Fuck up.
Shut the fuck
How
up.
about?
Boy. Our listeners.
I gotta go home and.
cut this shit.
There's gonna be a lot to cut because we're at an hour recording.
We're just-
So in the next episode, guys, we've got the transformation of Autobot City. Maybe we can talk more. Is it Metroplex? I don't know. Maybe we can try and find some evidence one way or the other
Yeah,
before the
I
next
should look
episode.
that up.
How maybe more about how many Autobots are here, how many Decepticons are here. We're going to see some more running around. How outnumbered are these guys really? And I have in my notes here, is Arcee supposed to be somebody's lady friend? But maybe we'll see more evidence of that in the next episode. So I think that's it. You got anything?
No, I think we've covered it.
I'm good.
Caleb Carter?
Yeah.
Good.
So, all right. Well, thank you guys for listening. This has been a really long one.
Yeah.
Please listen to our show. Presumably you're listening on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and or TuneIn. Please tell your friends about us and to listen. You can follow us on all of our social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can follow all of them at APODcast. And feel free to visit our web presence at autopoddecepticast.com. And iTunes users and frankly Stitcher's users, frankly anybody where you can rate and subscribe, please do.
Yes.
I'm assuming iTunes is probably the most prevalent.
I would think so. Give
place
us
to do those
5 stars,
things.
please. It really does help. And if you don't like us, just maybe not give us.
Send us a personal. If you don't
Yeah.
like us, send us a personal email at apodcast@gmail. Was it apodcast
Apodcast.
@gmail.com. We appreciate constructive criticism.
Yep. What we got wrong, what we got right.
Yeah.
Interact with us.
We will
We'd
acknowledge
We'd
that.
love to talk to you guys.
We have.
I don't
humility.
want constructive criticism.
Oh,
I
right.
want an ongoing dialogue,
Oh.
a collaboration, if you will.
We're
I
all,
don't. I just want them to tell us how they feel.
We're all in this together.
Bye, guys.
All right. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Have fun with that one.
Yeah.